Here we are on the second dive in St. Croix. It's Tide Bottle South. Essentially the only difference between the two dives was when we dropped to the bottom, we went south on this one rather than going north. So we stayed in the same area. But again, what I mentioned in the last video, the conditions were such that this was really the only place that we could dive. So the dive profile was the same really for both dives. We would go roughly around 80 feet or so for the first 20 minutes and then move up to about 40 or 50 feet. I think on the first dive I actually got down to about 88 feet, but I stayed about 80 feet on this dive. I was kind of glad that we moved up to the 40-50 mark at both of them, as I used up about a third of my air reserve in that first 20 minutes. So I saw I was going through air very quickly, but once we got up to about 40 feet or so, then the air consumption kind of leveled off a little bit, and it lasted a lot longer. I gotta admit, one of my favorites wherever I go in the Caribbean are these purple tube coral. They're just beautiful. One of the things, and I guess I cut them out because they're so big that they just don't stand out when I'm going through, but I really should keep a couple in, because these barrel coral were some of the biggest barrel coral I've ever seen in the Caribbean before. There's one right there. They're just huge. And actually, when I looked at the video, it's when I realized I didn't even see that fish was hiding in there that had come out. It wasn't until I started looking I saw it. I do love how the video light really lights up the coral. You get to see the oranges, you get to see the blues and purples and yellows and browns. I think I really need a second video light for on there to really light it up, so I get it from both sides. I have that with the flash. So one of the things that, really the reason we're here at this spot, going both north and south from this one spot, is the weather was not very good, and you can see it's very silty at the bottom. So from what I see with this, they say the other areas here around St. Croix are even better than this. So I am looking forward to coming back. And although there were some good things down around the 70 to 80 feet mark, I will say that by the time we got up to about 40 feet or so, that's when the fish, like you see right here, really started to come out. There are some that are down that low, but not quite as many as you see here. Our next stop is Bimini. I can't wait to see what is there.